The day after he was abandoned by his god, Mark Antony took his own life. Soon after, Cleopatra, his queen, followed him in suicide, and the Roman general Octavian marched into the city of Alexandria and became the master of the Roman world. He took the name Caesar Augustus, and thus began the Roman Empire. Now, let me tell you about Caesar Augustus. The Roman people were proud of their freedoms and their democratic institutions. They had overthrown their last king about 400 years before. The Latin word for king, rex, evoked the same hatred amongst Romans as the Greek equivalent, tyrannos or tyrant, does to this day. Caesar Augustus never made himself king of Rome. The title imperator or emperor was an obscure military title, which he greatly expanded upon. It meant something like commander. Caesar Augustus never interfered with the republican institutions of Rome. The Roman Senate continued to meet for another 500 years. They debated and they passed laws, and no one ever paid them the slightest bit of attention.
There is a war.
There is a war going on between the forces of authority and the forces of human decency.
A war is being fought on every level of existence.
It rages in our parliaments between the lovers of freedom and the advocates of repression.
There is war in the workplace.
There is war in the streets between the people and the government.
Our bedrooms are battlefields where lovers warily eye each other, maneuvering for position.
We are conflicted within as our Dionysian self clashes with the dictates of that inner Caesar Augustus.
It is the war between truth and lies.
Between intelligence and ignorance.
Between love and hatred.
Ultimately, it is the war between life and death.
A war for survival.
And so, it is a war where every battle is already lost, since biology and destiny bring each of us eventually to an end.
And it is a war that will never be lost, for as long as life shall continue.